viewers all over the world. There's a question from someone. He was asking, how do someone create their future using Spisianism? And today I am going to answer the question. Before I start, I will take you through the process of how to create your future and the processes or the stages needed so that you can know what to do in every stage. Number one, Spisianism is a culture, a fitness culture, where you are fit in everything, mental, emotional, spiritual, body-wise, and even relational-wise. So in Spisianism, we specialize on how to be fit in everything you do. Now, on creating your future, it is simple, but it is complex. So, number one, before you start creating your future, you have to believe first that there is power to create a future. There is power to create your future. That is number one. Because if you don't believe, you will find that nothing will manifest. You will do all the processes, but nothing manifests. But number one, you have to believe. Even in the Bible says, believe. And I have a philosophy that says that believing is believing. And you have to believe first, then you will see. That is the principle. So believing that there is power to create the future is the first step of creating your future, because your future is something that is beyond today. Because today and today we have the power to create our tomorrow. But if we talk about yesterday and tomorrow, we are not sure of what will happen. It is beyond our reach. But today we can create our tomorrow because we are living in the moment. So to create your future, number one, you have to accept that there is power to create your future. And that power is here at Spisianism. And this power, we have seen it ourselves, we have used it ourselves, and it is working through our powerhouse. In our powerhouse, we are able to tap this power to create your future. So the first step is to believe that there is power, and this power is here. And number two, now we'll go through the step number one. Number one step is you have to come. You have to come over to our centers, and in our centers we will take you through the first process of self-awareness. You have to know your capabilities, because if you don't know your strengths, weaknesses, and your capabilities or your creative abilities, there's nothing you can create, because you are living in guilt or in self-doubt. And these things have been causing all your failures, because when you are not aware of yourself, you are not able to be confident that you can create your future. Now, here, we will tell you the process of self-awareness. Number two, we will tell you the process of soul-searching. You will search yourself. If there was nothing else you can do in this world, what will you do? That's the process of soul-searching. We can know how your soul purpose, your soul journey, and how you should use this power in the process of soul-searching. Now, process number three is liberation. It will liberate you from your wrong beliefs. There is some beliefs that you have been programmed in you through your parents, your friends, your society, or your religion, or anything else that have caused you not to progress in life, because you believe something is impossible. You believe everything is you leave it to God, even something that you can do, and this is something that has caused a failure in life. Those are things we are going to liberate you from: wrong beliefs, wrong attitudes, because there are so many attitudes within you. That the most common attitude that people have is maybe in the giving and receiving law, where they say that why should you give? Yes, the universe can give you everything, but the principle is different that you have to pay. So these attitudes, some attitudes like this one, are the ones that have hindered people from progressing or creating their future. Now, we have said the process number one, you have to come here. We will go through the process of self-awareness, soul searching, liberation, so that we are able, now we can start the process of creating to our powerhouse, where we have power to create our future. Process number one of creating a future here is through affirmations. We will take you through the process of affirmations, where you will affirm to yourself that you are able to create your future, because you have now believed that there is power to create a future. And now, number two, we will take you process of what we call commandments, where you command now what you want in your life. You command it because you are able to create it by commanding what you want. Number three is where we do what we call repetitions, where we can call it enchantments, like you repeat the same words for some time, and it will be programmed in your mental and emotional world. In the process, you will attract what you want in your life. So that's the first process of creating your life, and this process has to happen within where there is guidance, because you cannot do it alone. When you do it alone, you will increase more doubt within you, or you will be confused in the process, and you will not be able to create your future. Here we take through processes of creating a future using the power that we have been given, so that we can show you, we can guide you, and also we can see how your energies are flowing, and also we can adjust different parameters of energy and consciousness, so that you are able to create your future. Now we will welcome you to come. You must come first, because you cannot create it wherever you are if you don't have power. Or this power, someone has to guide you, or through our online sessions, maybe we can dispense the power during that time, so that you are able to create the future wherever you are. But you have to be guided. Someone has to guide you. Like here we have the archbishops, the teachers. Now these are the fundamental things you need. Number two, after creating a future, now you have created everything in the mental and the emotional world. Now in the spiritual, also it starts to it is created also in the spiritual level. And the last process of now creating your future is to now that you have created those things in the psychological world and the spiritual world, now you bring it now to the physical world. And this is the hardest process for many people, because they don't believe. Some don't believe that it works that way, that whatever that it is in the spiritual or in the psychological world is what it will manifest in the physical. Now, if you want to, before an idea comes to anyone, even a scientist, it has to be in their in the psychological world or in the spiritual world, so that it will later manifest in the physical world as a good project. So that's the principle. Number one, you have seen that now you have now created those things. They are there in the psychological world and the spiritual world. Now, what you need to do now is to bring it to the physical world. Number one, what bringing it to the physical world is ultimate sacrifice of yourself. The ultimate sacrifice of yourself. That you are able to sacrifice yourself to see your dreams come true, or what you are creating come true. You have to take the initiative steps. You cannot just sleep and wait for them to work or to come. You have to wake up. You have to wake up. You have to connect with people. You have to risk or take business initiatives towards what you want. That's number one of what you call self-sacrifice. Number two, you have to give something to someone or an organization that is of charity. You have to do something to bring those things to the physical. You have to give so that you can receive what you want. You have to give something to either an organization like this or any other organization like a church or let's say children's home. You have to give something as a donation. Like for us, if we receive a donation, we will also donate to another one, because we need to continue the process of giving and receiving. So that's the second process of bringing what you have created from the spiritual or psychological world to the physical. So all these processes need guidance, because you cannot do it alone, because sometimes you need someone who can monitor how you progress. Because if you do it alone, no one can monitor if you are progressing or not. So this is the only way you can create your future. We have the mechanisms, we have the systems, and we have put in place things that you need to create your future. So you're welcome here to come and create your future. I've shown you the process. The process is simple but complex. But it is possible. Just believe there is power to create a future and come here and you will be blessed.